The Potter Family Holiday Tale by Leslie Rose Christensen. Dedicated to the Trinity, for those who serve our country. The blue spruce Christmas tree was aglow with white lights and fanciful doves, a symbol of peace among the beautiful silver and gold ornaments scattered throughout. Mrs. Sarah Potter graced the top of the tree with a large, brightly lit angel. A Hanukkah bush sat proudly in the corner of the room next to a roaring fire, and traces of Ramadan abounded. Her husband Joseph was deployed to Iraq just 6 weeks prior, and there was little chance that he would be home for the holiday. The Potters are a multiracial family, and they happily celebrate the holidays, allowing an understanding that whatever it is you believe is honored. It was a difficult time for the Potter family, with Joseph Potter in the armed forces. Mrs. Potter elected to make healthy choices in supplying food for her family, which did not allow for anything frivolous. The Potters' oldest son, Johann, was 15 months old when they adopted him from South Africa 11 years ago. Johann has always been proud of his father for protecting his country, and he wants to follow in his footsteps when he grows up. His brother Josh is 10 years old, and he joined the Potter family at 2 years of age, adopted out of Israel. Josh talks about how much he misses his dad. Maya, at 8 years of age, is tickled pink that she's in the choir for the holiday season. She rocks her baby sister Tabitha to sleep nightly and sings Brahms lullabies to her. Joseph Potter brought Maya home from Afghanistan when she was 3 years old. She was orphaned while living with her parents in the war zone. Baby Tabitha, at 9 months, was a complete surprise when the Potters found out they were pregnant. She is an utter joy to her 3 siblings, who clamor around her, constantly doting on her. It was December 23rd, 6:30 in the evening, and Mrs. Potter had Johann, Josh, and Maya dropping tablespoons of batter onto trays to bake cookies when the lights went out. Tabitha, sitting in her high chair, began to cry. The sun was setting, and within minutes it would be dark in the Potter home. Mrs. Potter scurried to the pantry, got candles, and lit them as the last semblance of sunlight was dropping down. The children were excited and started dancing together in the candlelight while Sarah Potter went outside to check the breakers, taking a flashlight with her. She switched the breakers off and then on again in the event one had tripped. Suddenly, she heard loud screams and hurried back in, only to find the curtains ablaze along with the Christmas tree and the Hanukkah bush. Maya had knocked over a candle while she was dancing, which quickly set the tree ablaze. The children were all crying as Johann was unable to release the lock on Tabitha's high chair. Darkness had overtaken the house, and the heat was intense in the room. The smoke was thick, and Mrs. Potter was barely able to see as she unlocked Tabitha from her chair. She picked her up into her arms. She quickly took Josh's hand and yelled for Johann and Maya to hang on to her as she raced for the door. No time to gather their belongings. Outside, they were at the curb, helplessly watching their lovely home succumb to the flames which attacked it. Mrs. Sarah Potter and her 4 children were homeless in a moment's notice. The fire department had already been called by the neighbors, who were consoling the Potters. A neighbor had a furnished townhouse available nearby, and he quickly offered it for Sarah Potter and her children. The following day, after being told of the Potters' misfortune, the local department store delivered clothes for the entire family in their appropriate sizes and toys for the children. A turkey meal with all the trimmings was delivered, courtesy of donations from the community. Sarah Potter knew that she and her children had been blessed with much love and kindness, but she wished that her husband Joseph could be with them to share their joy for the holiday. Suddenly, the doorbell rang, and when Maya opened the door, lo and behold, her dad, Joseph Potter, was standing there. She reached up to hug her dad as her mother also rushed to her husband with open arms, and Johann and Josh ran excitedly to greet their father. On that day, the best gift that Sarah Potter and her children received was Joseph Potter appearing at their door. The Department of Defense had issued a special 10-day leave for him to visit his family. Oh, what a joyous holiday for the Potters that their family was whole and together again. And that's the end of the Potter family holiday tale.